My husband and I, in 2001, had traveled to the Philippines to adopt our youngest daughter. She was 15 months old at the time that we brought her home. And I was having just a simple conversation with her orphanage director. And I had asked about all the homeless children I was seeing on the streets, the kids that were begging in traffic, the kids that were laying on pieces of cardboard. What is the fate of these children? What is happening to them? And she explained that there weren't enough orphanages for these children. So most of them had already been sold, tricked, traded, forced, coerced to child sex brothels there in the Philippines, from literally newborn until young adulthood. And we got on the plane to come back home, and I was sitting there and I said to my husband, what are we going to do about this information? Because I can't just get on the plane now and say, wow, that's really too bad. You know, someone needs to do something about that, because someone needs to be a someone. And I didn't know I was gonna be a someone. I just knew something needed to be done. I was in Cambodia in 2009. One night we were in the red light district in Phnom Penh, and we were driving along, and I saw a Western Caucasian man purchasing a young girl right in front of us, making the deal, and he was going to load her on his moped. It hit me that I just couldn't watch one more thing occur. We had helped a number of children while we were there, but this is happening right in front of my face. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just couldn't watch one more thing occur. And our interpreter, he had said to me, I need you to understand what'll happen if you get out of this van. You're literally putting your life at risk, because you're gonna go and try and interrupt this sale. The trafficker is there. The man trying to purchase the child is there. You're gonna either be beaten, you're gonna be knifed, you're gonna be stabbed, multiple times you're gonna be shot. I was so angry, and I was really mad at God. And I think I know God is a big God, and God understood why I was mad at him. I had to sit back down, and I couldn't get out of the van and go help this girl, and I had to watch her being driven away on the back of this moped. She looked to be the same age my daughter was at the time, and all I could see was my daughter being driven away on this moped. And I went back that night, and I just said to God, why am I here? Why would you allow me to come here when I truly am not doing anything to help these people? And God spoke to me, and I understood that my neighbor wasn't just my next door neighbor. My neighbor was these children in Cambodia, and my neighbor was everyone. And I understood that it wasn't my place to solve the issue and to be the rescuer. We're not the rescuers, right? God is. So when I came back from Cambodia, I saw people differently. I saw someone who was vulnerable differently. I had been doing anti-trafficking work for a couple of years before I even realized it was happening in Wisconsin. I mean, I knew it was happening in Miami and LA and Atlanta and, New York. I knew that. But to bring it home here in our own backyard, I didn't realize that for a good 18 to 24 months doing the work. Someone in Wisconsin is probably going to watch this video and say, oh, that's too bad. I'm sure that happens sometimes. No, it happens all the time. People are blown away because it's unincorporated towns. It's every little city. In the Fox Valley, it's every city in the Fox Valley and every town. It's Omro, it's Winneconne, it's Larson, it's Green Bay, it's Ashwaubenon, it's Greenleaf. It's everywhere, right? Our women are coming from everywhere. 511 since 2017. In 2022, we're at 61 that we've helped so far this year. And that's with all volunteers. So we are in desperate need of more volunteers. We need committed volunteers because we are all 100% trained volunteer staff. We don't have anyone who's paid. So it gets a little challenging when you're working with the amount of women that we're working with. I started something called Scarlet Cord, where I had taken 100 women And I thought, I surely can find 100 people to pray for 100 women. And within a year's time, I had 1,000 women. And so we had 1,000 prayer sponsors. And that is the most crucial piece, is for praying for our women. They're going to get someone we work with directly, someone who's from Wisconsin, who's being sexually exploited. So they can adopt them in prayer. One of the things that we really try and impress on the women that we're working with is that they are valued and they are purposed and they are loved. And they don't need to do anything for those things, that we love them and they're valued just because of who they are. And we love them in their ick and in their mess. And we love them when they're out of their ick and out of their mess.